I can't handle the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. I am on the feeder. It's like one layer of crazy. It's a 7-layer dip of insanity.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the world-famous actress Drew Barrymore getting into some hot water due to some comments she made about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. Now, you guys may have been watching that. I've not really watched it. I've seen some of the highlights or lowlights, whatever you want to call it. And quite frankly, all that I see when I see the highlights is Captain Jack Sparrow. That's all that I see. Johnny Depp, I don't know nothing about. Captain Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my all-time favorite movie series. Loved it. Got caught by surprise. I'm sitting on a Saturday or Sunday night, one of these nights, flipping the channels years ago. Here's this movie that comes on. I was hooked. So all I see is Captain Jack Sparrow on the witness stand talking about his marriage or whatever that was that fell totally apart. And it's been crazy. One of the main highlights or lowlights was Amber Heard doo-dooing in the bed on his side of the bed. Just real random. And it just screams Hollywood, ridiculous. It makes Will and Jada look like, I don't know, the perfect union, a beautiful marriage by comparison, at least in my humble opinion from what I've seen. Now, before I go any further into it, we got video we're going to watch together. If you want to see the video I'm going to play without my commentary, as always, the links will be in the description box below the video. And if you're watching on IG, just go to my website, anthonyblogan.com, and it'll be right there on my website. So we got two clips. The first one, and shout out to Myth Informed Milwaukee yet again. You guys follow him right there, Myth Informed, MKE. Follow that particular account on Twitter. But the first clip is going to be Drew Barrymore talking about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial on Anthony Anderson's show. Then she's going to apologize. So here's the first clip.
I can't handle the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. I am on the feeder. It's like one layer of crazy. It's a 7-layer dip of insanity.
It's truly amazing just to sit back and read the transcripts of what they've done to each other.
Every night I get in bed and I'm like,
dude's like, this needs to be on TV. He lost.
Okay, a few things from the very beginning. First of all, just this unfortunate freeze frame. What's going on with these masks? I'm not really sure. They already came out and said you don't need to wear them, and these things aren't really effective. I don't know why they're doing that in the crowd. I don't really understand. But beyond that, why is Anthony Anderson talking like that? I mean, I guess it's daytime television, and he has to speak that way to the soccer mom type audience that's watching, but it comes off real cringy. Super cringe. You know, you see him in, what's that, The Law and Order? I don't watch that show, but I've seen some clips, and you see him in that, and then you see him just regular talking, and then he's behaving that way. It's really weird. It comes off like he's about to prepare some cookies for you, you know, after your son's basketball game. But anyway, let's move on.
The fingertip. He drew his name in blood on the wall.
how about the burnt body and why a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
What is a Honda Civic? What? You know, the next day at Honda, they all came into the office and they were like, why did he pick us? Like, why? What? Who?
It's fascinating.
It's so fascinating. I know that these are two people's real lives, and I know what it's like to have your life put out in public. Mm-hmm. I understand all the feelings, but they are actually offering up this.
Okay, so that's the first piece. Now she's apologized for that since, and here's the caption. Myth Informed Milwaukee says, "See the hostage video that Drew felt compelled to make after her audience, quote, educated her." So I guess after that particular clip, she gets roasted in the comments or wherever the video was posted originally, probably in a few different places. Now let's see what her reaction is. I've not seen this at all quite yet, so you're going to get a live reaction from me right now.
Hi, it has come to my attention that I have offended people with making light of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And for that, I just want to deeply apologize and appreciate everyone who spoke out, because this can be a teachable moment for me.
I mean, what was so wrong about what she said? What she said is what a lot of people think. Just in their regular everyday lives, they think that way. Now, I will say, just to be devil's advocate and just to put out the obvious, if this was a case of abuse when it was the other way around, right? Like the way it's presented right now is Amber Heard was abusing Johnny Depp. That's the situation, at least from what I see. If I'm wrong about that, y'all let me know in the comments below. But if it was Johnny Depp abusing Amber Heard, if that was the main thing, he was whooping on her, doo-doo in the bed, all this, that, and the third, then there'd be much different reaction. Oh, 100%. But I think that's more of a social thing. I think regardless of where the fault lies, there would still be some humor in it. As long as nobody got seriously injured or hurt or nothing like that, there'd still be some humor in it. Oh, yeah, 100%. Because how many times we make jokes about Ike Turner, all that kind of stuff, you know, and that was actual physical violence situation, which is not cool. But we see that all the time. Eat the cake anime, boom, all that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of weird. People just, they react in a certain way based upon their social conditioning, not necessarily because things are that bad. But let's keep on going.
And how I move forward and how I conduct myself, I can be a more thoughtful and better person moving forward, because all I want to do is be a good person. And I very much appreciate the depth of this, and I will grow and change from it. And I thank everyone for helping me grow along the way and teaching me. Thank you. Hi.
Okay, so that's pretty vague. What I'm going to do right now is going to be a smooth cut as well. What I'm going to do right now is find some of the backlash that she got against her because of the aforementioned clip. So just one moment here. All right, so basically, it's because of what I was saying before. It's the whole thing about the male abuse aspect of it, right? That's just what it is. Justice for Johnny Depp. That's what's going on. It ain't really too much else. Yeah. And I understand that point, but again, it's because of the way it's framed. The way it's framed is it's domestic violence from Amber Heard to Johnny Depp. Now, I think they said that it was mutual violence. If you look at the court documents or whatever, it was mutual. It wasn't just a one-way thing, or not necessarily violence, but abuse. That was the way that it is in the documents. But it's framed one way. So the way it's framed, it's okay for people to make fun of it. It's not really a big deal. But if it was the other way, that'd be a problem. So I understand. But again, you can find humor in dark situations. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean you got to apologize. I mean, why does it mean that? Why must I apologize just for making jokes? Because I'll joke at pretty much anything. I don't really care. Just like people that are LGBTQ, LMNOP, X, Y, and Z, they think you can't crack jokes about them because they're part of a protected group, a protected class. And if you say something about them, it could cause violence and they're offended, all this, that, and the third. But it's like, yo, you're a regular person, right? If you want to be treated just like me and everyone else, then why ask for special treatment, right? You should get the same treatment. It shouldn't be any better or worse. That's the way that it should be to me, but maybe I'm wrong about that. So I'm not sure how y'all feel, but I think that's just the bottom line. So Drew Barrymore, it wasn't no real need to apologize from my point of view. But then again, if you are in Hollywood and that's how you make your bread and butter, you want to continue to appear in the airwaves. Maybe you're still doing movies. I'm not really sure. I think that's probably the best thing. Just like Terry Crews apologizing for BLM tweets from 2 years ago. He wants to still keep getting that money. That's what it's really all about. They said what they said when they said it, and they were right when they said it, and it wasn't really a big deal. And it's a thing that most of us think. Like the whole doo-dooing in the bed story is hilarious. You know, if you laughed when I said Amber Heard doo-doo in the bed on Johnny Depp's side, you feel the way she feels to a certain extent about the whole situation, how it's crazy and all that kind of stuff. And you probably speak about it the same way. But again, because you're in Hollywood, you're trying to make money, you're trying to get these deals and keep everything rocking and rolling, you got to be like, oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what Drew Barrymore said to begin with and then the subsequent apology? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. what she said was right from the beginning. Same thing with Terry Crews and the BLM tweets. I mean, somebody could say that it's insensitive or it's hypocritical or this, that, and the third, but does it take away the fact that she said what a lot of us think? Why can't we just be regular humans? Like at a certain point, we have things we cannot do that we might want to do as human beings. But I mean, come on, just talking, just kind of like jokes a little bit here and there. It's not really that big of a deal. It's really not. When I was a youngin, you had jokes about everybody. Ricky Smiley did a joke about a disabled person, Lil Daryl. You can't do that anymore, but it's a joke. Joke on everything, everyone. It's a point of being mean-spirited, but that's still, I mean, come on. And I think, again, it wasn't even really about necessarily jokes. It was more just about what we all think. Why can't we be honest anymore? It's like lying is rewarded and encouraged in today's society, unfortunately. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.